how the Republicans were really pushing the wall? Donald Trump, that was his whole thing. He wanted the wall. That was a big, big part of his campaign. And, well, Joe Biden got into office and spent money to take down Donald Trump's wall. And don't forget, during the campaign, this is what they all had to say about the wall. This comes to us courtesy of my friend Buck Sexton and his co-host Clay Travis. Watch this.
We will not build a wall.
Walls don't work.
A racist and xenophobic wall.
We spent years investing in a faulty border wall that was never going to be an effective mechanism.
There will not be another foot of wall constructed on my administration.
It would waste taxpayer dollars on an ineffective wall. Again, an ineffective wall that can't even withstand heavy winds.
We know that walls don't work, that they don't stop drugs, that they don't stop migration.
A wall is an immorality. It's not who we are as a nation.
We do not agree with the building of the wall.
The only thing is, guess what, ladies and gentlemen? They're building a wall. News today that Joe Biden's administration is reconstructing a wall on our border. How did this happen? Right? Did somebody have an epiphany and suddenly realize, oh, gee, the hospitals, which are really crowded in New York City because 25% of all the patients there are actually illegal immigrants. That might be a bit of an issue, might be costing us a lot of money we didn't really anticipate. And, everybody's leaving New York because nobody actually wants to be there anymore. And tax rates are better in Florida. So, hey, they're like sayonara. Or Chicago, where, they're getting 6 months hotel and meals for the migrants that are coming in. And Chicago residents are like, what the heck? And, what about us? What about us? I mean, they're finally realizing what people in Texas have had to deal with all along. So is this just sort of a underhanded way of maybe trying to fix the problem? Joe Biden doesn't want you to think that. Here he is earlier today being asked about this wall.
Answer one question on the border wall. The border wall, the money was appropriated for the border wall. I tried to get them to reappropriate, to redirect that money. They didn't. They wouldn't. And in the meantime, there's nothing under the law other than they have to use the money for what was appropriated. I can't stop that.
Oh, you're real effective then. I guess all your promises about, we're not going to build a wall. Never, never, never under my watch. We're not going to build a wall, right? He really doesn't like this, nor do members of his staff. So the Border Patrol is like, we need it. Because they're realists, right? They're trying to deal with this. And you've got escalating numbers that continue to grow every single solitary month. And yet, Karine Jean-Pierre, she doesn't want it. Even though the Border Patrol wants it, and she says the president doesn't want it. Here you go. Watch this.
The president summoned to lead Customs and Border Protection said in a Senate confirmation hearing yesterday that he supported the continued use of Title 42. He also indicated it was his view that certain sections of the border wall should be finished. Does the president agree?
Well, as you know, we have said that I have to look at the comments. I have not seen them, so I want to make sure I read it within context. But we have talked about the border wall here in general as a way that it's been used to close the border, and we feel that it is a policy that doesn't work, and it's not just us. Experts has said that the border wall is not an effective policy. As far as those comments, I can't comment on that. I have not seen it.
Not an effective policy in her view, but we're doing it anyway. I love that. Like, I think that this has something to do with they don't want to admit they're wrong. Hey everyone, Trish Regan here. If you enjoyed that clip, please do me the favor of subscribing to the channel. Just hit that little subscribe button right over there. Did I do that right? Not quite, but you know where it is. Subscribe to the channel, hit the bell so that you get the alerts, and I'll see you back on the show.